Alright, so welcome back to Jim Bob's Garden. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to check out my air layering experiment. Now, April 18th is when we started this. It is now July the 7th. It's been almost 3 months. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. I have cheated and looked at it, of course. But we're going to open this up and take a good look and kind of see where we're at with this. So just short of 3 months later, and we are going to see. Now, this is one of the reasons why you want to use clear plastic, so that you can check your progress before you basically cut it off and go from there. So I do have a good chunk of roots in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut it off. Let me give you a view real quick. All right, so if you look there, oops. All right, so if you take a look, you can see right down there at the bottom that we got a few roots that are coming in. So I can get it to focus properly. Just a few little roots all up in here, all throughout here. All right. And I'm thinking it ought to be pretty good, and we're going to give it a shot. So, the reason I'm doing it today is because it's kind of a dreary day out. It's cloudy, it's cooler than it has been for a long time, and you really don't want to do this when it's really nuclear hot out. So all you got to do is go ahead and cut your limb where I was originally going to cut it anyway. So, hold on to that. There you go. That's interesting. So you can see that we do actually have some roots that are coming out. Probably not as many as I'd hoped for, and it appears as though we have built a small anthill up in here. Right up in there, which is pretty interesting. We'll go ahead and clear them out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put it in a pot. Alright, so after we take it out, we can see. So after we take it out of the box, somebody has got an air horn over there for some reason. Not sure what that's all about. I had forgotten to put this rope on when I actually did this, and you need something to keep it from sliding around. This probably would have been done earlier had I not had it slide down on me all the way to the bottom. So what I'm going to show you here, I want to get rid of those ants, because most of them are gone. But I'm going to go ahead and rinse this gently with some water, so you can kind of see the roots. Plus I want to get rid of those ants. I really don't want them in my pot. Let's go. There we go. So I don't know whether or not this is healthy, but I really don't want ants to be eating away at this. So I'm just going to gently rinse away the dirt on this. And of course we're going to plant it right away. And we're going to leave it like that. So you can see we have a decent amount of roots. Not a huge amount by any means. Hoping that's enough. We're going to find out. Now, one of the things, you don't need all this extra stick, so I'm going to chop that off. And I got to be very careful here. I don't want to damage any of the roots that I have. So, very gentle. There we that should be fine. Alright, so then we just take our pot and we're going to fill it up part way. And this is a mix of garden soil and topsoil. It's some Miracle-Gro that I got on sale, along with some topsoil that I bought to mix it in with, because anytime you buy garden soil, it's supposed to be mixed with the regular dirt that you have. We're going to want this to go down somewhat deep so it holds itself in place. Alright, and then once I get the roots in there, we'll go ahead and start filling it up and packing it down a little bit so it'll hold in place. Probably could have left a bit more of that stick on there, but I didn't think about balancing it. That's alright. Live and learn as we go along. It should be good. Now, I want to start this in a pot, partially because it doesn't have as many roots as I'd hoped for. I'm wondering if maybe that was because of the ants. Alright, so what I'm going to do then, I'm going to go ahead, push the bamboo down all the way to the bottom, and then we're going to tie that off to the bamboo to keep it in place, hopefully, until it gets some serious good sized roots to it. I like using this fat rope, and I tie it real gentle like. Basically, I mean, it's still got some room to wiggle. Alright, and then I'm going to soak this sucker down real good so those roots have at least as moist a soil as what came out of the package. I will say that I was actually kind of impressed that the soil was still moist in there. So my packaging did well. It held it together. And kept it moist. So I was actually a little bit worried. One of the reasons I was doing it now is because we've gotten to where it's in the 90s, and to be honest with you, I'm a little concerned because I've got several others that are going on, and I'm just a little concerned that the heat will have gotten to them. All right. Come on, soak down. All right, so we'll continue to soak this in a little bit. I'm going to put it inside my screen and let it hopefully grow up a little bit and get some bigger roots as we go along. All right, so that's the results of my first attempt at air layering. Assuming that it grows, we should be good to go. Either way, like I said when I started this whole project, I wanted to cut that limb out and get rid of it because it was going right up to the center of the tree. Not really something that I wanted. We'll check it out and we'll let you know how it goes. But that's how you go about air layering a tree to make a new one. Alright, so thanks once again for stopping by. Like, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. And give it a shot. I mean, a pear tree or any other fruit tree costs around 40 bucks or so. So if this works, you know, 3 months and a couple bucks worth of materials, you know, I've saved at least, you know, $38. I'm all about trying to do this as cheap as possible. Alright, so thanks once again for stopping by. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you think.